Trump said this in Europe, about Europe, and nobody stopped him. This is brutal. Watch closely.
Here in Europe, we've seen the fate that the radical left tried to impose on America. They tried very hard. Germany now generates 22% less electricity than it did in 2017. And it's not the current chancellor's fault. He's solving the problem. He's going to do a great job. But what they did before he got there, I guess that's why he got there. And electricity prices are 64% higher. The United Kingdom produces just 1/3 of the total energy from all sources that it did in 1999. Think of that, 1/3. And they're sitting on top of the North Sea, one of the greatest reserves anywhere in the world, but they don't use it. And that's one reason why their energy has reached catastrophically low levels with equally high prices. High prices.
Okay, stop right here, because what he just did here is wild. He's standing in Europe at Davos, surrounded by European elites, and he straight up lays out why their energy system collapsed, with numbers. Not opinions. Numbers. Germany producing 22% less electricity than years ago. The UK down to 1/3 of its energy output while sitting on the North Sea. That's not a talking point. That's an indictment. And notice how he does it. He doesn't scream. He doesn't rant. He calmly walks through the consequences. Higher prices, weaker economies, smaller militaries, less independence. That's the part people miss. Energy isn't just electricity, it's power. Literally. What makes this uncomfortable is that nobody interrupts him. Nobody challenges the stats. Because they can't. This isn't trash talk, it's a post-mortem. And the scariest part? He's saying this isn't accidental. It was policy. And after this next clip, this is where the room got uncomfortable. Listen closely. Because this part goes nuclear.
139%. There are windmills all over Europe. There are windmills all over the place. And they are losers. One thing I've noticed is that the more windmills a country has, the more money that country loses and the worse that country is doing. China makes almost all of the windmills. And yet I haven't been able to find any wind farms in China. Did you ever think of that? It's a good way of looking at it. They're smart. China's very smart. They make them, they sell them for a fortune. They sell them to the stupid people that buy them. But they don't use them themselves. They put up a couple of big wind farms, but they don't use them. They just put them up to show people what they could look like. They don't spin. They don't do anything. They use a thing called coal, mostly. But China goes with the coal. They go with oil and gas. They're starting to look at nuclear a little bit. And they're doing just fine. They make a fortune selling the windmills, though. And I think really that's one that they wouldn't be surprised if it stopped. They are shocked that it continues to go. They're very friendly with me. They're shocked that people continue to buy those damn things. They killed the birds. They ruined your landscape.
All right, pause everything. This is one of those moments where people laugh and then realize they probably shouldn't be. He's not just attacking windmills here. He's exposing what he thinks is an entire global scam. And the way he does it is almost worse. He uses China as the comparison. Listen to the logic. China manufactures most of the world's windmills. China sells them to the West. But China barely uses them. That's the accusation. And then comes the line that makes this clip explode. The more windmills a country has, the worse it's doing. That's not framed as ideology. It's framed as observation. Then he stacks the humiliation. They kill birds. They destroy landscapes. They lose money. They don't actually power the grid. And the crowd laughs, because it's uncomfortable laughter. Because he's saying this at Davos, to people who funded, approved, and promoted these policies. But the real punchline isn't the insult. It's the implication. He's saying the West outsourced manufacturing, outsourced energy stability, and outsourced leverage, and called it morality. Meanwhile, China kept coal, oil, gas, and control, and sold the optics. Whether you agree with him or not doesn't even matter. This clip sticks because it reframes the debate from green versus dirty to who's winning. And that's why this moment goes viral. Because he's not arguing policy. He's questioning competence. And once that seed is planted, people can't unhear it. So here's the real question. If wind power is the future, why doesn't China actually use it? If you want more breakdowns like this that cut through the noise, hit subscribe and follow, because these moments matter more than people realize.